Overwatch is something special, and I'm not just saying that, okay? Overwatch is a special game. For me, I've never really been able to find a game that I really click with. When I was younger, let's say a stupid little 10, 12-year-old, I was playing TF2 every day. It's all I really knew. I'd run it down with Spy. I'd go for chain stabs. I'd never get them, but I would go for it. I had so much fun on that game, mindlessly running at people, burning them to death with pyro, shooting them with heavy. I had so much fun. I liked all of the characters of the game, and I never had another experience like that until Overwatch. I've grinded so many hours into Overwatch, played so many games. Arguably, I've wasted my time. I'd say not, considering that I'm Grandmaster and everything, but that's not the point. The Overwatch community is in disarray, and I don't think it's controversial to say we feel cheated. The Overwatch community feels cheated. We waited for 2 years for more content. 2 years where we sat down and just dealt with it. We had Echo, the pain of Echo for so long. But we just sat there and we played the game because it was something we loved. The cancellation of the PvE mode has undoubtedly left a void in the hearts of Overwatch players. Not just a void, a massive wound. People are bleeding from this. And rightly so. The thing they love is no longer going to happen. And who's in charge of that? Well, everybody's favourite Activision Blizzard! Yippee! Insert happy noises. Known for their amazing products, Overwatch, Overwatch 2, Warcraft, World of Warcraft, and so many sexual assault cases you don't have enough hands for it. It's no controversy to say that Blizzard is an interesting company, to say the least. You know, they do stuff. It's not like they sit back and do nothing. You know, everybody knows about them. Everybody knows what Blizzard makes. They made Warcraft, for God's sake. They are a behemoth. They made another behemoth, Overwatch. And God, is it a behemoth. Since it was released in 2016, there was nothing like it. There'd never really been a class shooter like it. There was nothing of that scale or quality. And when it came out, it was revolutionary and everybody wanted to be Overwatch. But nobody could be Overwatch. Lawbreakers fell through. Visually stunning game fell through. It wasn't Overwatch. It wasn't fun. It was too complex. There is something fundamentally fun about Overwatch. One of the biggest concerns raised by the Overwatch community revolves around balance and the inconsistency of it. The game's heroes are constantly being tweaked. Some changes good, some changes bad, some changes literally leaving players scratching their head. The lack of consistency in the balancing can lead to a frustrating experience, meaning you don't necessarily know what your character does. Last you checked, they can one-shot headshot, or get a hook, get an insta-kill. Now you've picked a character and you're throwing your team's game. Why so many changes? Surely characters should be more set in place, or is it just that Blizzard doesn't know how to balance a game? Do you see this many balance changes happening in other games? Can you think of a single game that has this many balance changes and needs for fixes? The characters that are made are amazing. The personalities are in depth. I love it. But clearly with the release of Lifeweaver, they don't know what they're doing. It's so clear to see. A week after the release of Lifeweaver, they had to roll it back and already change the inputs. Mode that we waited for 2 years to get. And this has left a lot of people angry, and rightly so, questioning the direction of the game, of the PvE mode, the prospect of getting into something new. PvE. It was huge. I can't understate, it was huge. Think man versus machine, but for Overwatch. TF2 had 9 classes, great. Overwatch has 36. 36 unique heroes with unique powers. Something that basically no other game has, where you could go and test your wits with your friends, a co-op game, like zombies from COD. It would be amazing. So, why is it being cancelled? The cancellation of this PvE mode, in my opinion, is one of the greatest blunders Blizzard could have made. And they let it happen. They made it happen, actually. Everything they've done has made it seem like they are just walking along, trying to make money. It feels like they've abandoned what a video game is. You know, in the past, video games were made with passion, video games were made with creative intent, and it feels like the only people that are really driven and have this creativity are the artists. Every single thing that the artist makes is amazing. But whoever the fuck is managing this needs to get a grip. I really doubt they're going to see this. Whoever's in charge of Blizzard or some shit. But whoever you are, get a grip. Okay? You are currently fumbling the ball. Okay? You're fumbling the ball. Do you want to have a game like TF2? Yes, TF2 has an amazing community, but it does not deserve the treatment it has had. And I refuse to believe that you guys are going to let that happen. At the core, TF2 lies with unyielding emphasis on skill and teamwork. It's a meticulously crafted world with lore and stories, and so is Overwatch. There's a reason that people compare these games so much. It's because they're so similar. And the only difference is that Overwatch came after. People need to understand, well, no, not people, Blizzard needs to understand that they need to look at what TF2 did wrong and do those things right. So, what did TF2 and Valve do wrong? Well, 1. They left their community completely. They effectively just said, well, they didn't actually say it, they just stopped. They stopped updating the game, leaving the game into a wasteland. Okay? No content updates, apart from, of course, the very necessary cosmetic updates, because who doesn't love a good cosmetic? The fact that the only interaction was for cosmetics really suggests that the only care for Valve is money. Now, let's compare this to Overwatch. What did Overwatch do? They left it for 2 years. What did they do after that? Visual update, also known as cosmetic update. I'm not saying anything, but it just seems a little bit ironic. I'd just like to say, this is me while I'm editing. I am unsure how irony works. Please subscribe, I'm nearly at 1,000. This is not me being desperate, this is me being classy. I'm cool. I've seen other YouTubers do this. Anyway, back to the thing. A big problem between Overwatch and, well, I guess the community is the communication gap that existed for so long. Players not knowing where their favourite game stands, where it is in the development process. While it has been better, it's not good. I mean, millions of players that love this game don't know what's going to happen to it next. Whether a new character is going to be released that basically makes the game pay to win. And at the rate that it's going, it probably will at some point. The thing about Overwatch is, initially in Overwatch 1, everybody had access to all of the characters all of the time. Gatekeeping the characters is problematic, because you're disabling the players from being able to counterpick. If you can't counterpick, you lose. And it doesn't feel fair. Overwatch is my favourite game, but it doesn't feel like it's being treated like what it is. A game, a medium, that has always been so cherished by so many, due to its ability to transcend conversation, but it feels like Blizzard is playing with the dead corpse of a game and trying to squeeze all the money for what it's worth. Do I still love Overwatch? Yes, I do. Despite all the mess and all the mismanagement, I love the game, as do many people, millions of people in fact. Just like TF2, a game that was tragically left to the side, being mismanaged, yet it has one of the best communities in gaming, I would argue. Overwatch is a game that promotes teamwork, with bright colours, personalities. It's just a shame that it's run by a company that forgot there are more important things than flogging their fan base for money. Get a grip. It feels like Blizzard is continuously trying to push their community away in exchange for money, giving them something then taking it away just to have money. Initially, we always had access to all the characters, now you have to pay. I understand that companies need to make money, right? I really do. I understand the world we live in. People have to make money. There are people to pay, developers, artists, managers, all of these things. Money has to come from somewhere, but it doesn't mean it has to be forced out of people. I'm sure that if you gave people a chance, they would love to donate to a game they love. It's a free game that so many people can enjoy. The power behind that is immense, okay? Just, Blizzard has handled Overwatch incredibly poorly. It can't be understated. We all know it. The game gets pushed back, features half done, things just not right. I hate that Overwatch is run by Blizzard. I really hate it. I wish there was a company that would run it well, that would do things the way that I want. And I know that sounds selfish, and I guess it is because it's doing what I want, but I want what the community wants. And I want more of the game I love. I play this game an ungodly amount. I just wish that when I'm told something by the people, the artists, the creators of this experience, when they say they're going to do something, I feel like I can't trust it, or that it's going to be ripped away from me at any moment, and I'm going to be left with the bones of a game that I love. Because that's what they keep on doing. There are so many people that now have access to Overwatch because it's free. And that's huge. But so many people have come into this community just to be bombarded with half-finished products, things that don't work, things that just could and should be better. With the amount of money that goes into this game, I expect a good product. I may sound entitled, I may sound rude, ungrateful, but I want a good product. I love this game. I just wish that it seemed like Blizzard knew what the hell they're doing. Because at every turn, I have less and less faith in them. I don't know what to say. It's disappointing.